Konnichiwa! Hey guys! My name is Francella Bella. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Yes, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can see when I upload videos about my life here in Japan, my experiences in Japan, and yeah, the one-on-one about Japan, everything you need to know about Japan. But this video today is about working in Japan. So I've been working in Japan for quite a long time, and I wanted to share some tips that would actually help persons who are looking into working in Japan as an English teacher. So let's jump right into it. This video is actually about the company that I work for. I work for Interac, and specifically the first process is to get you started and to get you up to the point where you actually get a contract to sign. So I'll be talking about your first interview screening, your second interview, the final interview and seminar. And I'll just give you some tips that will help to make you relax and not be nervous about anything. First of all, yeah, who is Interac? So Interac is one of the biggest dispatch companies for assistant language teachers here in Japan, and these language teachers are sent to public schools, so that means like elementary, junior high, high school. You can find yourself sent to any of those schools. But yes, Interac is one of the biggest dispatch companies for sending foreigners to public schools here in Japan, and they are like the middleman between the Board of Education and the foreign teachers. So let's talk about the process, your first interview screening. First of all, you do not need to be nervous about this. Yes, it's the first point of contact, but what the company really wants to know is who you are as a person. So they will ask you questions to get a feel of the kind of person you are, your flexibility, what you expect, and why you want to actually live and work in Japan, and simple, yeah, basic questions like that, just to get an idea of the person they're talking with. And this is not strange. Like, for any company out there in the world who are hiring potential employees, they actually want to get to know them, and so they might use different methods. With Interac, it's just a simple interview to get an idea or feel of who they're talking with, who this person is, what they expect from the company, and things like that. So it's not a big deal. The only thing is that you might have to wake up in the middle of the night based on where you are in the world to answer this phone call. I'm from Jamaica, so we're some hours behind Tokyo, and because of that we had to make arrangements to accept that phone call. So yeah, that about sums up the first interview. On to the next thing, the second interview. After the first interview and after continuously being updated through emails, then you'll get information about a second interview. The information I'm going to give you right now is the updated information for persons who have actually started applying in 2020. This is an updated version. It's totally different from what you would have done years ago. The company used a lot of technology, a lot of Google links and classroom links, Zoom links, and so on to help you to actually access the information that you need. So there's no need to panic. Everything is right there. Just make sure you have good connection on your computer, your phone, whatever device you're using to access these emails or links. Just make sure they are working. The connectivity is perfect. In one of those emails you would have gotten some about 15 questions, pre-interview questions to prep before your interview, and at the actual time of the interview you will actually get a link. You sign on to the link and you will answer your questions. Now the questions will pop up on the screen. You have some thinking time, you think about it, and you record your answers by video. You send your recordings after you've done everything, and you should be fine. One thing that's really cool about that process is that they give you a one question trial, so you can actually try it to see if your microphone is working, if your answer is going to be recorded correctly. You can check, you can test everything before you actually start to answer these questions, and you won't be answering like 15 questions. There will be a lot less. You go through, answer your questions and send your responses, and that will be totally okay. So with the first interview, you're actually talking with a recruiter, and they will get an idea of how you feel about working in Japan, and they will get to understand you better as a person, your personality, mindset, what you expect to experience working as an English teacher. And that's the first interview. Now the second interview, there won't be anyone, just you and the computer and the link. So you have to make sure that your mic is working. You test your trial questions before you start to answer and respond by video. Make sure you're wearing something that looks presentable and that your voice is actually being recorded, and that should do. So after you've done your first interview and your second interview, successfully answered all your questions by video, and you've gotten another email about your demo lesson, it means that you are further into your screening process, and now is the time when you get to prepare a demo lesson. Yay! The demo lesson is simple. It's not something that you have to come up with by yourself. The company basically does everything for you. They send you 2 examples of what they're expecting you to put in your demo lesson. You follow those examples to the T, and you make sure that you choose one that you think is the best one, and when you have completed that assignment, then you send it to the company. You have like less than a week to actually submit it, so you can submit it early, you could get some feedback, and if there's anything wrong, you could like do it again and resend it. So you don't have to worry about making a mistake and oh, you can't change it. No, you can actually get feedback and you can change some things, and you can resubmit your demo lesson within the period of time that you're supposed to submit it, which could be less than a week. So bear in mind that you must meet all these deadlines, so you have to follow the instructions that you've received in your email. Hopefully that will be all that you need to get you through to the next stage. Many years ago, I did my seminar in person. So I was able to meet other persons who wanted to become an LT in Japan, an assistant language teacher, and it was fun because I could actually see them face to face. But that was like 8 years ago. So now things have changed for the better, so where you can actually do it online. So the seminar and the final interview will be conducted online. They use different platforms to get the link out to you, so you can actually access the link and get onto the seminar. Basically the seminar is like maybe 6 hours max, and you just have to listen to some presentations about life in Japan, expectations in Japan, and finances. So at this time you will be getting a lot of information about what to expect when you come here to live in Japan, what your finances will look like, and what your life in Japan will actually look like. So this is actually one of the most interesting things about the screening process. You're able to get an opportunity to access a lot of information about what your life would be like in Japan before you actually come to Japan. So that's great. After the seminar, you actually need to be checking your email so that you can get a follow-up email, and this email will have the second part of your seminar, which is actually your final interview. You must make sure that you attend your final interview at the time slot that is slated in your email. If you're not available, then maybe you will not be selected. So you must make sure that you are actually available at the time slot that's in your email so that you can do your final interview process. Again, the final interview is not going to take forever. It's just to recap what you have seen in the seminar, and if there are any questions unanswered, then you can actually ask your questions and get them answered and get a lot more information from the company so that you can be comfortable and you can move on to the next step. That about sums it up, guys, and I'm totally happy that I was able to give you information about your first interview screening, your second interview screening, what to expect, your demo lesson, how it goes, and your seminar and final interview. And I hope this video was able to help you so that you can feel more confident and ready for the next step. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that you can see when I upload other videos about life in Japan, work in Japan, and yes, Japan in general, everything you need to know about Japan. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, bye!